him and are raised with him in newness of life. This means that this very day he wants to live his life out through us by the power of the Holy Spirit. Verse 12. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. I personally believe that not all believers are going to reign with him. I believe that this verse narrows it down to those who have suffered for him. I'd be embarrassed if I were put on the same par with the Apostle Paul in heaven because I haven't suffered as he did. I would be apologizing to him constantly for being placed beside him. I believe this verse is referring to a definite group of Christians who have really suffered for Christ. In the Roman world of Paul's day, there were many Christians who were martyred. 5 million of them, according to Fox, because they refused to deny Christ. If we deny him, he also will deny us. This is very strong language. It reveals, however, that Paul believes that faith without works is dead. See James chapter 2 and verse 17. You see, Paul and James never contradicted each other. James is talking about the works of faith, and Paul is saying that genuine faith will produce works. Calvin put it like this: faith alone saves, but the faith that saves is not alone. And that concludes that section. And now we move on to the next section, which is section verses 13 and 14. Verse 13. If we believe not, yet he abideth fully, he cannot deny himself. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13. God cannot deny himself. He cannot accept as true one who is false. That's the reason he gave such a scathing denunciation of the religious rulers of his day. He called them hypocrites because they were pretending to be something they were not. If Christ accepted someone who is not genuine, he actually would be denying himself because he is true. Therefore, we should be genuine, my friend. Verse 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord, that they strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 14. Strive not about words means disputes of words. God's people need to stick to essentials. We don't need to argue about empty words or philosophies or our little differences. The pastor of an Assembly of God church wrote to me saying that he appreciated our ministry and that he recommends our notes and outlines to his church. Although we don't agree on everything, uh, I can't see his point of view on some matters, and he can't see mine. Perhaps when we get to heaven, we will find it true that there are three sides of every question: your side, my side, and the right side. Maybe the Lord will have to straighten out both of us. But the important thing is that he and I ought not to argue, since we agree on the essentials. And that is the way we both want it. I think we waste a lot of time in a negative approach and trying to correct other believers. Instead of doing that, let's try to stay on the positive side and enjoy each other's fellowship in the gospel. And that concludes that section.